Hello everybody, this is HAIDAR ALCASSEER talking to you again. Today we are going to talk about how to increase your IELTS speaking score. This is really important. You need to focus on some certain points. We will start with the first point, which is fluency. It depends on how long your answer is, how many ideas you can produce, and if you have hesitations or not. For example, if you answer with this will be hesitations, you'll be deducted for. But for the flow ones, it's okay. You are not going to be deducted. The second important thing which we said about fluency is that how long your answer is. Always remember, when you answer a question, you need to explain it. We usually explain how or why, and sometimes we explain with how and why. This is really important. The second point is range of a grammar. How do I mean by range of a grammar? When you have more than a grammatical tense, more than one grammar tense, you are going to be increased. I mean, your scores will be increased. For example, if there's a question asks you about how is the weather like in your country, if you answer with, for example, let's talk about Iraq here. If you answer with it's boiling in summer and freezing in winter, you have just answered. You did not speak your answer. So what to do here? It's better to give an example. For example, you may say, let me repeat the question. How is the weather like in your country, in your hometown, in your city, in Iraq, in Baghdad, whatever? Well, okay, it's boiling in summer and freezing in winter. For example, 3 months ago, it was really hot that you cannot even walk in the street during the day. But nowadays, the weather is just like the spring in other countries. And in a month from now, it will be freezing cold. If you noticed here, I answered with the 3 different tenses. Okay, let's move on to vocabulary. Vocabulary, it depends on the range of the vocabulary that you produce, and avoid repetition. Also avoid mistakes. We have another point which is really important here in the recommendations, which is pronunciation. Pronunciation does not mean the accent or the dialect. The accent, if you speak British accent, American accent, Australian accent, Iraqi accent, Arabic accent in general, if you speak Indian accent, they don't care about the accent that you speak as long as you pronounce the word right. How do I mean by pronunciation? Let me give you a simple example here. Instead of, for example, instead of saying I'm watching TV, you say I'm watching TV. This is a mistake. If you say better, if you say better, British English, better, American English, both are correct because they are the same, it's different accents and correct pronunciation. So the accent does not mean the pronunciation. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.